All right. So on the last session, you guys dealt with the vomitorium, and it was not quite as gross as you thought it would be. Just clean, painfully so. And then after that, after a little bit of one-on-one trying to boost up Skitter's confidence and fumbling greatly, you have finally found your way into the Reclaimer hideouts in the warehouse district. And Keith has proceeded to loot the shit out of everything. And,
Mine.
Yeah. And that is where you left off. So, I guess I should probably zoom in so people can kind of see what's going on. So what do you guys do?
Dibs on downstairs. Whoop.
Okay, so I haven't drawn this because there's not much there. At least I don't think I've drawn it.
Give us the stick figure treatment.
Does
Okay,
Greg have scar under eye?
I have drawn this. Well, good for me.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you have a big ol' scar on your lip.
Left eye. I did not know.
Oh,
Greg
wait.
discovered no thing about self.
You actually. Oh. So because Wander had flipped your portrait for the main thumbnail, the scar that I had drawn on the right side flipped to the left side, and he put that on your little icon.
It's
It
magic
actually
scar.
switches.
It
yeah,
switches
it's-
sides.
It switches sides every time you guys every
Turn
time
around.
you guys. Yeah, flip. Okay, so who's going
Alright,
downstairs?
anyway.
That's not how scars work.
Who's going downstairs?
The
Well,
rest.
that's what Drez was.
Okay, Drez is going downstairs, and I just screwed something up. Give me a second. I have to pull up a list. Okay, so Drez is going downstairs, and I gotta switch things around. Players. Boop. Okay, so you make it downstairs. It's a small room, couple of barrels, couple of crates, and 2 chests.
I'm going to open the chest.
Okay. So the first one actually is already open and completely empty. Whatever was in here looks to have been removed with some amount of haste. You can kind of see like scuff marks and scrapes. As though whatever was in there was big and heavy and had kind of sharp edges. But it is no longer there. And the other one has let me figure it out. This is a fan submitted item.
Oh no.
No.
It's gonna be another
It's a
gag
signed
item.
self-portrait of Dragon Ball Z Lover 707XXX.
Okay, you find a book. It is not
You
latched.
open up a book.
It
On
looks-
first page, it says first.
It looks like a. It looks kind of like the journals that you had, but it's not locked, and it does not have the same icon in it. In fact, it actually has a. Well, I guess it kind of looks like the Witcher symbol, but it's not a wolf. It's well, I mean, it's like a beast that's roaring. I just figured
It's
It's
it
like
was
a
the
Witcher
easiest
symbol,
thing
minus the primary distinguishing feature
Well,
of Witcher
no.
symbol.
It's the same style. It's, glowing eyes.
I found the MGM chest.
Okay. Anyway, so
Glowing
you find-
eyes. It's like literally glowing.
Yeah. Well, it's like little gemstones that kind of glint, and it's like silver and stuff like that. It's a cool looking book.
Those probably pry out.
You could try.
No, I'm not going to. That just means you're going to lose them.
Yep.
Let's open the book.
Okay, so you open the book, and as you do, you kind of feel this like weird tugging feeling on your mind, and
Oh, great.
And after a moment, you're on the table of contents, and it says, let me see. I guess the first page is actually an entry on basic undead, actually, and as well as some like minor details. The second page are dryads, and then the third page is they have like these nice like little illustrations on them. And
I
then
found the
third
D&D
page is the
monster
slide.
manual.
You found the monster manual.
The literal monster manual.
Yep. It doesn't have like stats or useful information, just like fluff text.
Wow. Wow.
Well, this will help some perception checks. If I get around to reading it.
Yep. I can send you you can ask like for specific information. I can tell you between sessions.
All
Or
right,
read
I'm
it
just
out
going
loud
to type
later.
monster manual into my inventory.
Technically the real
But
thing
strangely, it's the 3.5 edition.
Technically the real thing that was submitted turns you into a blue mage from Final Fantasy, but like ridiculous. So I'm just going with the toned down version.
Oh, you mean like you could summon anything
Jesus.
from
No,
it?
like if you get hit by a monster, if you kill a monster with it in your possession, you can then use that monster's abilities, and
Oh,
it's supposed to
jeez.
cost like 200 gold. And I'm like, I'm not entirely sure if you,
You just
understand.
played a roguelike.
That would
Yeah,
just be a
based on
super
that.
druid at that point.
Yeah,
They just
it
stole
would be.
that idea from the roguelike.
It would be
I
nonsense.
just realized that I had
overpowered.
no idea what a blue mage was.
Oh, blue mages in Final Fantasy, if they get hit by a monster's move, they learn that move and then can use it. So like flame
Yeah, it's
breath
from
or self-destruct.
Yeah, I think I only learned about
Something.
white and black.
Yeah. Blue mages are kind of the redheaded stepchild that nobody ever uses because they're generally kind of bad.
That are
Aren't
horrible.
green mages summoners or something? Or
No, green mages tend to be like support. They sometimes
Oh.
have healing, but it's usually
Then
just
who are
like
the
buffs.
summoners?
Anyway.
Summoners.
So
Anyway,
let's
that's it.
let's investigate the room. See if
Okay.
anything means
So
anything
this-
to me.
honestly, this looks like the dude's basement. It had some possessions. You see like clothes. You
Shut
see...
up! I gotta roll.
Oh, okay. I mean,
There we go.
it's pretty obvious. All right.
Yeah, but if I don't roll first, then it does. Then we don't know whether or not I'm finding stuff or not because of the roll.
Fair
or
enough.
Not.
Well, unfortunately, you don't find anything fancy. It is literally just this guy's
So
basement.
otherwise, you get the meta issue of like, well, he didn't ask me. He asked me to roll. That means there's something in this room.
Okay. Well, no, you
So-
you just find his belongings for the most part.
I find no
Nice-
signs of like
Nice robes.
staircases or anything or
No,
secret
there's
passages.
there's no sign of a secret passage or anything of the sort. You do see that the floor is kind of damp next to you, and like maybe there's kind of bad drainage nearby, which is what
You.
Bird noticed outside.
Gross.
Gross.
Well, that's kind of everything's kind of damp because it's like sunken swamp
Well,
swamp
the rest of this
Nightmareland.
building was so this looks like damage that preceded. This is just bad architecture.
Where would the water even be coming from?
Outside.
There's just like
In
a
the
hole outside.
Well,
leaks in.
if you remember the last session, I described that the ground was kind of dipped in.
Yeah.
It's pointless now, but this is one of the alternate ways you guys could have gotten in. You could have
Push.
literally dug your way into the building, but
Oh,
why bother now?
exactly.
Yeah.
Why bother when you can be a genius?
Yep.
All right. So this did not pan out as I hoped at all, and that it was not a passage to get to VV, but it was a thing opened by a druid full of druid things, so that's great. having a fine time today. I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Okay, so you go back upstairs, and you rejoin your friends who are waiting expectantly. Or
Well, that went nowhere.
friends.
Nowhere. Did you find anything of
Oh,
interest?
actually, Keith, you did find one other thing.
Hmm.
You did find druid robes that match the dead dude. From the
From
the
episode
very
1?
first area. Yeah.
Hmm.
Couple sets.
As in, like,
actually.
they look like what he was wearing?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh.
Is that their kind of uniform?
Mm.
It's no, it's not a uniform. It's just a thing that they all wear.
Well, that's sort of what uniform.
It has a very
means.
uniform presentation.
More specifically, this is probably that guy's like hideout.
Oh.
My proclamations of secret passages may have been premature.
What do you mean?
It's just a house.
Oh. We are like common rubber.
You're just now picking up on that.
But it must have belonged to a druid with all of these flowery texts. because that's all I was
Yes.
able to glean from them.
He is,
Shell has been reading them very intensely while you've been.
I've been trying to discern meaning.
we can look at
You
flower
land
porn
dwellers
some
are
other
very
time.
peculiar.
We should be leaving.
Shell has developed a new fetish.
What?
Flowers. Flower people.
Flowers?
Flower
I thought that
people?
was Greg's thing.
What?
Shall we go jumping across chasm?
So many. Why would you do that?
Alley hoop.
All right.
Terrible
Roll.
idea.
Wait, from the thickest
What?
point? What are you thinking?
I can jump 20 feet. Remember? I can go whoosh.
You still have to roll.
Oh. I don't want to do this anymore.
Can you do the long jump perfectly every single time, Bird?
You think bird
Probably
jumps?
not. I'm not
That's where we're
going
gonna
to
find
do.
out that like the first doors of this entire area were the most important.
Yeah, of course they were.
Well, I mean, this is only, what?
See,
Okay.
oh, I would
Square
have
and a
made
half
it, but that's
across?
fine. We're going to
Alright.
go around.
Greg leaps across.
Oh, god damn it! It was hypothetical.
So, Greg, now that you're across,
Oh. What is? Wander's uhs are always pregnant
Okay.
pauses.
no, we're good. Keep going.
He was planning something.
So, oh yeah, I should probably.
Jump back across.
Okay,
Why?
You do. In fact, you like kind of land over here. It was very impressive, and
Do
you
a
were
flip.
I
afraid
stick
that you were-
landing.
You were afraid you were gonna George of the Jungle it for a bit. Anyway, the one thing you did notice while you were over there, Bird, is that Gruck was nowhere to be found.
What? No, I like that guy.
There we go. I'm just gonna hide him away for later.
I
He
can't tell
smashed
where he
good.
is at all. He definitely didn't swoop into that specific building.
There we go. Shh. It's just so I don't have to pull the icons out later. It makes my life a lot easier.
Alright, we should go back and explore more buildings.
That's all there is to do.
You just jumped across the chasm, and there was a building right there.
You weren't going to jump across.
I'm walking.
Here.
Okay, so you guys
I'm
are
walking
gonna
like a
make
sane
your way
person
back.
does.
I'll erase it. There we go.
Were you drawing inside of a building?
No.
Alright,
Give
we
me a
have
second.
to door.
And we need Skitter.
Yeah.
I can't
I'm just
click on
setting
him.
things up so we don't have to, so I don't have to drag them out.
There's also
Later.
this one.
This is like spoiler town for anybody watching my side, which is I
Plot
guess
twist
is
barging
anybody.
in.
Yeah. All right.
What?
Well, anyway, Keith, you once more barge into the room. I assume you just go in and stop.
Yeah.
Trez, why?
Okay, so in a fit of deja vu, you remember maybe barging into rooms is not exactly the best idea. Luckily, this one had a lot more clearance before you hit the lip, but this room has also partially collapsed down into the chasm below. Though it looks maybe a little bit more stable than the other one.
Is this one distinguishable in any way from the other two identical looking places with the same stuff in them?
I mean, you can look.
I shut door.
And then you
Aw.
knock it.
Okay. No.
Oh.
There's nothing. Apart from the door closing behind you, you can't tell if there's anything really different about this one.
I turn around and walk face first into the door.
Oh wait, no. Hold on.
Actually,
I just pulled out my book to see if there
Wander.
was anything. Sorry, look.
I was just imagining Drez turning around
So,
just as
What actually happened
Yeah,
is
this is
we
the
rolled
door.
back time a bit.
If I could roll back time.
The door is locked. Sorry, I mixed this one up from the other one. Yeah, the door is actually like legit locked.
Meanwhile, in a parallel dimension.
Yeah. So the door is very locked, and you're not sure why.
Skitter, could you unlock this door for us?
Okay.
Oh, right, he exists.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do to the
Mosquito
exist.
kind of like scoots in front of you, and he pops out his lockpicks. And I think it's sleight of hand.
Aren't most
They
rogues
changed
supposed to be dashing and handsome? We have Skipper, who has self-confidence of being.
Nope, it's not. It's not budging. Kind of like steps back. It's pretty stuck or locked. Harder than I don't know.
Alright, I crack knuckles. It's go time.
One punch.
I get out of the way.
All right, you Kool-Aid man the door as best as you can, and everybody sees Greg just kind of mush himself into the door. It's not a fake door like the last one. This one had some give to it, just not enough give.
Ouch.
Let's do a perception check outside.
Wait, there's give to this door?
Okay, so do your perception check.
Yay.
You don't see much about it.
Okay, and then it's my turn. I don't see anything about the door
Wow.
It's a door. It's a locked door. These are hard things to
Considering your
deal
wisdom modifier, that's insanely low.
And he had already knocked on it, right?
No, Drez
He
has bumped
knew.
into it because he had tried barging in. So
Well,
Dress
Well, he didn't
knocking
punch it.
is out of question,
Both-
as I did
both-
to smash into the door.
both Drez and Greg have knocked very aggressively with their entire bodies. It's fun to watch.
Body checking a house.
All right. Anything else? Just keep throwing solutions at me or whatever.
I think
Okay.
Greg said he's attacking the door.
Hello?
He
I
wants me to
call out.
attack door?
Didn't you say that?
No, I just
Oh.
use shoulder.
Oh.
I can X door question. Question door. How do you feel about X? Answer.
I can verbally accost the
Okay.
door.
So you take a chunk out of it. It's a pretty tough door, but there is a chip missing.
This seems bad for axes.
Can I reach through?
No, you haven't actually like made a hole. There's just
Oh.
like, you know, a chunk.
Is this bid for Great X?
Eh,
Keep chopping, you gotta earn that beagle.
I mean, you're no expert in weapon maintenance. Unless you are. I mean, do you have
What is that?
crafting?
Alright, I have Morningstar. I can
Yeah, you
use
do have a
Morningstar.
morning star. Okay.
Can I use Mage Hand?
Okay. So Shell, you're gonna need to do two things first.
Because I
One-
want to send it around the back side of the building.
Okay, so you're being clever. So you can see. I guess I'll reveal most of the building. Give me a second.
Wait, I can see that much?
I can't.
There you go. So you can kind of see that. So you can see to the door. There's a straight shot. So what you are going to need to do is an athletics check because you are peering around a wall over a precipice.
Oh, acrobatics?
Yep.
This is
acrobatics
this is
works
a
too.
dangerous check if it fails.
Okay. Make a second one.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So what happens is you kind of lean out, and then you slip and fall, but you catch yourself,
Ah!
and you're now hanging from the edge. Make another check.
Another check, acrobatics?
Yeah.
Please.
All right. You pull yourself back.
Ah. But there is a clear shot to the door.
There is a clear shot. You did see the door. There is something there.
Okay. I'm gonna send my mage hand out.
Well, you can't. You have to have line of sight.
Oh, I have to have line of sight to send
Yeah.
my mage hand?
Yeah.
Really?
Otherwise, you're probably just gonna have fondling a barrel.
A spectral floating. Well, that's the thing. I want to disturb things.
Okay.
A spectral,
Okay.
a spectral floating hand appears at a point you choose within range. The hand lasts for the duration. Well, what's the range? Oh, the range is only 30 feet, though.
I want to
But wait,
disturb
but I don't
things.
have to have line of sight, according to this.
All right.
You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door or container, or stow or retrieve an item.
Okay. So what this would
What
do
a
is
creepy sounding
effectively.
spell.
It is a creepy sounding spell. What this would do is give you a floating disembodied hand that you can control in a location that you can't see. But you can kind of guesstimate it. Sure. All right, let's roll a
I can ask,
intelligence.
can Greg hold me?
Roll it. No,
Just so
no,
that I can see
Let's
around the
resolve your
corner?
blind handing.
Okay, fine.
No, does it say you can feel what it's doing, or you're just giving it commands?
I mean, I was just gonna have it go towards the door
Okay.
and
Okay.
potentially open it, like grab
Okay,
onto something
so
and open it.
Roll just roll some numbers. Let's see what you can do.
Okay, what kind of numbers?
Just roll die 20s.
Die 20s?
I'll tell you what you do.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
This is just really funny.
Okay. Luke?
Okay. So, Keith and Bird, you hear a crash on the other side of the room.
Do I roll
Is
again?
the
Yep.
building on fire now?
You hear another crash, maybe a Wilhelm scream, you're not entirely sure.
Oh
Ah!
And then you hear
no! That's
a
the Howie scream,
horrible,
isn't it?
horrible
That was the
grating
Howie scream.
crashing noise. And Shell, as you watch,
Okay.
I guess you can see a little bit more as this kind of happens. Kind of this area. So from what you can see, this entire area just fell off.
Because of
You
the
just
Oh,
smashed off a
jeez.
giant section of warehouse floor, and it just kind of slides off into oblivion.
So much for being able to just jump.
Oops.
So everything in the crosshatch session, very much not there.
Maybe it hit those lights down there.
I mean, you tilted some boxes into them earlier.
Yeah, there's.
They're having
okay.
a bad day down there. There's just gonna be craters down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to remember. I'm gonna need to remember this when
How much
when
stuff
you
is
guys
falling down there?
get down there. Yeah. I guess I should probably write this down as a note because I go through my journal and it's like, all right, are there any relevant notes? So I'm gonna write. Make
The
sure to
answer is
remember
always
all
yes.
of the shit that they've
You
dropped
just have
down.
to write, "It's raining men, hallelujah."
It's
Huh.
raining men, hallelujah. Do-do-do. Yeah.
Okay. Any more solutions?
It's the Bard Comedy Hour.
I think that at this point we should maybe cut losses.
I mean, we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I
All you
think that
guys
we could
heard was
probably hear-
terrible.
We
You
all we heard
guys
was
heard-
screaming.
You guys heard terrible noises and Shell being very surprised by things.
Hey,
That
so
did not go well.
I
You
feel like
don't-
we're gonna find out that Shell just killed some more Drow.
Shell,
Oh, I
I
didn't see
mean
anyone.
Bellerin,
Yeah.
we
They were
don't
screaming,
have to know
though.
what happened. You don't have to tell us. We don't want to know.
We never
We
speak
go.
of this again. Barge.
All right.
Well, it's behind door number door.
Literally last door.
Okay, door. Last
Second
door.
to last door.
The
Whoops.
last door.
I forgot there's one on the
Okay.
right in the weird island.
Give me a second. All right,
Uh-oh.
you guys find. You guys find. Let me. Oh, I see what's
Puppies!
Whoa.
Yeah, we
I did
wish.
something with the mic.
Okay, there we go. All right, so Keith, you barge into the room, and once more you wonder if this is a good idea.
I mean, it's not an arrow yet this time.
It's true. You haven't gotten shot yet, but mainly it's because they got daggers. Roll for initiative.
You're going to judge
Yeah.
me for knocking, and you'll just like go barging.
And that's not Grook, is it? Is it someone else?
No,
he's
no.
not
This
going
is
to tell us.
so you guys can't. Well, I guess Shell, you can see this because you're behind. This is not Gruk. This is very much a lot uglier and a lot less friendly looking and a lot dumber, which is saying something because Gruk is stupid. But yeah, this guy is smush gooder. He's not an important NPC.
I'm
like
happy with my roll.
Okay. Anyway, you guys, the rest of you guys, roll for initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Eh.
I gotta figure out.
Oh no.
Can you guys remember?
If our initiative rolls are actually working, plus selected initiative modifier equals 4.
Well, I was more gonna say. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to get it so Skitter will show up on the rolls too. Oh, okay.
Just gotta make an entire sheet for him. No big deal.
Well, no. I have a sheet for Skitter. Unfortunately, unfortunately, this is. I guess I can do this on my my desktop. Yeah, I already made a sheet for Skitter. I just never attached it to the proper token. So give me a second. Oh, what? That's weird. Okay.
What have you done?
Try. Hey, there it goes. Okay, it just never
Hey.
associated itself for whatever reason. Anyway. Really? All right.
But the turn order doesn't look right.
Yeah, it needs to be pushed up.
What needs to be?
Our
never
little
mind.
skitty. He should be going second. Instead, he go forward? That's not right.
Oh, yeah. I think I can just drag it around.
There we go.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, it just lines you guys up based on
When
When
we
you
roll.
just-
I
when
think
you
you just
rolled.
stay in a static location, really.
Yeah. So I have to manually order them. You guys might be able to drag it around. Probably not. I don't know. Okay.
No.
I can drag the window wherever I want. That's about
Oh
it.
yeah. It is. I will have to look to see if there's a better way to automatically handle this. Okay. Anyway, so no, Keith, you go first.
It's finally time. Thunder
Or
wave.
what?
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna thunder wave
So you're gonna go. Okay.
Oh,
It's
are we all?
finally
Oh, wow.
time.
Finally. Watch as he gets critical.
I could get
miss.
super deaded. It's
You
totally
could be.
possible.
You could be. So do you roll or do they save? I forget.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm trying to get Skitter's sheet back so I can roll his things. Okay. So they're gonna roll. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2. All right. So just describe what happens, because I
So if they
remember,
get-
but I also
If
forget.
they get hit for 2d8 thunder damage and are pushed away 10 feet away from me. And if they're successfully saved, they take half damage and aren't pushed. And automatically, all unsecured objects within the area are pushed back 10 feet, and an audible thunderous boom is audible for 300 feet.
Mm-hmm. It's loud.
Okay. Here we go. I just had to figure out what their saves were. Okay, so goblins are shitty at that. Ogres, on the other hand, are less shitty. But he rolled a natural 1. Okay, so what happens is this goblin goes shooting backwards and kind of crashes back here. This ogre, he's kind of in a worse spot because there's like kind of a sharp corner.
Ouch.
So he actually takes
Oh.
extra damage.
It's okay. He's
So he
just
takes-
got chiropractored by corner.
He takes, yeah, he gets, his spine has a new angle.
Oh.
All right,
So
so,
this is why I go through doors first.
okay, so
I can't
the,
thunder wave when someone knocks.
the goblin that you sent flying backwards, he's paced. And the ogre looks like he's taken a sizable hit. He's been hurt. And the other one just ducked it, I guess. I'm not entirely sure how, but he did.
But they
Yes,
take
he
5
dodges
damage.
lightning.
Oh, wait, who? They take 5 damage because they take
You
half?
take half damage on a save.
Oh,
On a
okay.
save.
Well, that kills him too.
That's a goddamn good attack.
Goblins are, yeah.
But
that
he
is a
didn't
very
fly
good spell.
away, he just
So-
died.
Yeah, the sound was what got him. He ducked the shock and then
He had a
just
heart
kinda-
attack.
Yeah, his ears just popped.
Oh my
Jesus
The
Christo.
ogre's fine.
Ogre's
Well,
fine.
not
I
fine.
have.
Not that fine, judging by the previous description.
Okay. Okay. So the ogre,
Congratulations, you like your spine so much we gave you a second one. Made
The-
out of the
the
first
ogre.
one.
let's see.
Buy
has
2 get
had
1
his turn.
free deal on spine.
Okay. Let's see. So Skitter,
Looks like your
In the
spine is
back.
half off.
Skitter's gonna kind of sneak in. Let's see if he. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope. Okay, well, Skitter fails to hide, so I guess he's just gonna fling a dagger, and he hits for. 7 damage. Okay. So then it's the ogre's turn. He is gonna kind of peel himself off of the wall, kind of like crack his back, and it sounds pretty bad.
Ouch.
And then he's gonna go for the smushel, and he misses.
No,
Well,
I didn't
all
think
right.
this far ahead.
All right. Well, you're fine, Keith. You just it barely even like gets close to you. Your
Alright,
spinal realignment has done some serious harm to his ability to anything. Anyway, Greg, it's your turn.
I push past Ellerin, get out the way,
Ah, okay.
and then I charge forward with Great X.
Okay.
And
As you
give
charge
mighty
him,
roar. And
you
I give
recognize him as Smushgooder. He's a suck bad. All right.
well-
Gooder.
I should have recognized him before delivering Great Axe to Issel.
It's okay. He was assholes, so it fits. So he takes.
He should have thought of that before he was visible by me.
Shell, it is your turn.
Okay. I emerge, and
What is the weird ring that comes out?
oh, that's
Oh,
But
that's
I'm
when you
clicking
want
on
to.
Oh,
them.
that's
ping.
just a ping. I can use that to get your attention, I guess.
wait. How do you do a ping?
Just
Just-
click it.
Only Master of Dungeon can.
No,
do
no.
it.
All you guys can do it.
Yeah, somehow every time Shell moves her character, she seems to ping, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Is it because I? But
Oh,
the thing-
you, there's a.
there we go. I have to hold
what?
it for a long time.
Yeah, you gotta hold it for a little while.
You see, I like using it as a means to show like magic in the works. Because imagine if you did Thunderwave with that. Like, say if you had changed your color to yellow.
It covers
Are
like
you
the
going to
exact
smack
range
him?
of it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's sort of fun.
Okay.
Everyone
Just
died in
like-
this circle.
I
Give to
will.
Smick.
I will use dissonant whispers on him.
All right.
I whisper a discordant melody that only he can hear, racking it with terrible pain. Okay. So he has to make a wisdom savings throw. And when he fails to save, he takes 3d6 damage.
Roll it.
Okay.
When Irish
Also,
eyes are
tell me
smiling.
what you were whispering.
But it's just supposed to be dissonant.
Well, okay, so you're going like blah, 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 blah.
And your mother smelled of elderberries.
Okay.
Okay, and if available, he moves as far as he can away from me. As
Okay.
if he. Okay, so
Boop.
3d6. That's.
Oh Jesus!
Those are numbers.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So he kind of
And-
like squishes himself away a little bit. Is that it?
Well, the dissonant whisper is like, for some reason, I'm just imagining Lord of the Rings right now. Like,
See, I
Okay.
picture something more like girls don't like you.
So Drez, you kind of see
Crush
Shell like
thinks you're
that's
creepy.
vicious mockery, though. That would be
Oh.
vicious mockery. This
Oh.
is just dissonant whisper.
okay. So Keith, you kind of see Shell like cup her or Alarin cup her hands over her mouth and just go like. Anyway, it's your turn, Keith.
Hopefully it's a good thing Thunderwave didn't deafen him.
Oh yeah, that's a possibility.
It would have been awkward. I'm gonna throw a poison at him because fun.
Okay.
Jesus.
And also it's free.
5e
we
cantrips
Let's
are
see,
kind of the
he
best.
He needs to do a Constitution save.
All right. He sucks at everything. How much? All right. Okay. And it's his turn. He hates all of you.
And we're all in a nice pile as if to group up specifically to be attacked by him.
All right. So he kind of all right. So he kind of does something different. He's actually taking a swing at both Greg and Drez with his club. He's kind of like he's bunting you, and he misses Greg in the process, but he gets Drez with the tip of the club.
Shit.
Since he's bunting it, he's doing reduced.
For the first time, we're attacking these people that we're destroying are actually fighting us.
All right, you take 8 damage from a bunt.
Jesus.
An ogre bunt.
I don't like this game anymore.
Just be glad he's not hitting you directly. That's half damage. All right. And then it's Skitter's turn. Okay, Skitter's feeling
I think
brave.
that's the sound you make at the beginning of all of Skitter's turns.
All right. Skitter doesn't do shit.
Skitter.
He just goes over here. All right. It's
Thanks,
Bird, it's your turn.
Skitter.
I look at X. I look at what was his name? Smush good.
Yeah, smush good.
Smush good. I say, Smush good.
He's like, Greg.
Huh. End turn.
Okay.
Did he just make like a trombone noise? Like, what was that?
What?
He said Greg, but like he's bleeding from everywhere and he can't hear it. Shit.
Maybe his blood will become a slime.
He's been hit by 2 sonic attacks in one turn. His eardrums are gone.
Mine's psychic. It's not Sonic.
Yeah. His ears are messed up to begin with. Anyway.
It has to be kind of Sonic because whatever it is requires him to not be deaf.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I mean, you can
that's
keep
true.
destroying
He
his
has to be able
eardrums
to hear
more.
my voice to be put into a psychosis, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Shell, it's your turn.
My turn. But wait, so Greg just addressed him, and he responded. But has he shown any sign that he
No,
was...
he-
Six.
He's
If
showing
anything-
weakness. Kill him.
If anything, he's more focused on Greg now.
He is focused on Greg.
Yeah. He's looking at Greg, but he's also still got his club.
Greg's got aggro.
No? That he does. What to do?
6 seconds.
I'm going to chuck some ooze at his feet.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Roll the news check.
Throw, it's the dex, right?
Yeah.
You know
All
what
right.
they say, no ooze is good
So
ooze.
you managed to ooze both of his booties. They are firmly glued to the ground now. Or did you mean the jar of ooze?
No.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
meant the
figured as
sticky
much.
variety that
Okay.
seals him in place.
Drez, it's your turn.
How does attack of opportunity work in this situation when he has like gargantuan reach?
He could hit you with an attack of opportunity if you like.
So I'm
Well,
in a threatening
depending on what you
square.
Yes. Everyone is in a threatened square.
Let's do the same thing again.
Okay.
More poison. So another Constitution check.
All right. Roll damage.
Oh my god. I'm having a great time or so right now with this. Oh, fuck.
All right. He's gonna look at you, Greg, and he's gonna be like,
Achoo.
trying to think of what he would say because this is an NPC that shouldn't speak because he has no personality developed. Guess Gorlar didn't make sure you're dead. Guess I'll make sure you're doubly dead. And he's gonna take a swing at you. And he connects.
List of
Ouch.
personality traits. Terrible at one-liners.
Oh yeah. Well, that's also me. You take 14 damage as he clobberknots you.
Ouch!
Is it just him, or did Drez and I get in the line of fire?
Nope, he is focused on Greg now. Yeah, you just got home run. All right. Well, oh, it's Skitter's turn. Skitter.
That is really how every Skitter turn starts.
It
So
really
what
is.
happens is Skitter goes forward. He's like trying to be all stealthy, kind of tries to get behind, and then like he gets looked at, and he like kind of takes a swing at him, and then he just kind of backs off, back in the corner again. All right.
Attack of opportunity on Skitter.
Great. He's taking 5-foot steps. You don't provoke those.
Yeah.
So I guess technically, Keith, if you want to, you can back off 5 steps, then run away. That could work. Anyway, Bird, it's your turn. You've been smushled, but you are functional.
Why would Gorlar attempt to kill me? We were a friend. Wait. No. Gorlar asshole. You asshole. Run forward to him.
All right. Roll to hit.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Whoa.
we get a counter home run and straight through the wall.
Ooh.
So
Does that-
you see Smush Good dead, crushing several boxes in the other room. I guess I can reveal the whole room because you can kind of see everything now because the door kind of swings open. But yeah, so
There's just
So-
a wacky Looney Tunes troll-shaped hole in the wall.
ogre shaped. Yeah.
Right.
Oh god, I'm not sending trolls
Oh,
to you. You are not
God.
equipped for that. But
Oh.
there
Trolls
is
are
some
important-
there is
important
some,
warriors, huh?
crate-based carnage on the other side of the room, and one very dead ogre.
All right.
You have killed Smush Good for good.
It turns out that smooshed good.
Yes.
We did not smoosh him. I don't understand your language.
You knew that ogre, Greg?
What? I didn't know ogre.
He recognized you and called you by name.
You recognized
maybe
him
people-
and called him by name.
I am big deal. People have heard of me. What can I say?
I see.
Didn't literally the opposite happen?
Alright, let's start opening up books.
Oh, how is he gonna try to poison us today?
Okay.
But you have dire wounds. Should we not attempt to heal you?
Okay. So
No, I can't transform into dire for several more levels.
So Greg begins to investigate the way boxes are put together in detail. It wasn't something that interested him, but after being home run, he's feeling particularly interested in the finer details of life.
It's okay. Concussion is good for understanding of universe.
All right.
Makes a
He-
difference.
Build spirit by shorting life.
You find a healing potion actually in the debris.
I'm
There's
really
a
good
couple
at that,
other
apparently.
Shattered ones, but there's
Oh.
one.
Oh, right.
uh,
We're breaking things with other
proper one.
things.
Yeah.
I want to investigate as well.
Okay. So Shell, you find the healing potion just after Drez does, and you also find a bunch of poison rations. Hooray!
That's not
And
good.
Skitter from behind the barrel he's been hiding behind, he comes out with a couple of rations.
Hey, Skitter, did you recognize this ogre?
Yeah. I think he's one of Gruck's guys. He was kind of a dick, like a big one. I guess literally too. He was not big on the whole loincloth thing.
That is quite the
Big
detail.
swinging smush smush.
Look, when you're that height, you notice that kind of stuff.
Then what do you notice about us?
Well, do you want the honest answer or the answer that's going to make you feel good?
I'd rather you be honest with us.
Honesty is best
Oh,
straight, Scooter.
Honesty is literally never good.
Oh, shut up, Drew.
I'm kind of always amazed
I'm leaving.
that you guys managed to succeed at literally everything you do. That's kind of new for me, and it's nice. But also, like, you should really learn to communicate more as a team.
Hey,
I didn't
Scooper,
mean,
you
like,
don't need to be so down on this.
I didn't mean C isn't that kind of observation. I mean, you were just alluding to the fact that when you are next to an ogre, you can't help but notice what's under their loincloths. So, like,
you mean
what
like
do you see
physical
amongst
observations?
us?
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
really want to hear his observations about like waist level like Eleanor smell.
I mean, we can get
Whatever.
into detail
Elaren.
about similar things with Greg's short boost of nudity too. Turns out the hair only covers it from the top. Can we
Wow.
not talk about this, please? I have other things that
Hey,
I vastly
Scabbard.
prefer.
None of this
Yeah.
conversation is recorded in my brain.
Yeah, so Keith, you have escaped the painfully awkward situation.
I have escaped having to take this will save.
Once more, you descend. Well, everybody else is busy doing other shit. And that's okay. Alright. So, let me drag you over, seeing as you are underground. So, you are going to be the main man of the hour right now. So you make your way here. You are in the basement of the warehouse, and there are a lot of crates, but
I
there's
cannot see.
a fair number of things.
I cannot see.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I
Okay.
forgot to drag you over. So the clicked on the wrong thing. I really wish you guys could like flip between the ones that I've made publicly available. Well, that's okay.
I think you have to pay
That
for
would be the
feature,
spoilers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I could like say like players can access this page, this page, this page, and this
Right?
page.
I think it's
All right,
paid
so I'm back to
feature.
investigating in the peace and quiet away from the fucking lunatics.
Yep.
Oh
right.
shit.
All right. So your Air Jordans are looking real nice.
What was that about lunatics?
All right. So
My
back
precious.
to the back to the situation here. I'm gonna just bring Drez over here. He is downstairs. Okay. So the rest of you guys are grilling Skitter about butts and well booties and not so
Skipper.
booties.
Next
I
time we go
guess.
to town, we can make you lose virginity. But for now, we need to focus on boxes.
This
So,
is really
have you
not
noticed-
the conversation we should be having ever.
No.
Skitter,
And then the
Skitter's gonna
noticed
follow
that these-
Drez.
Have you
Skitter is
noticed that these
weirded
boxes
out.
are really special?
I'm gonna leave
Wait.
too.
I want to talk about the box layout. I
Boxes?
kind of like scoop all my way over there.
Oh, okay.
Slow down, friend. I have major concussion.
Probably need to be healed for that.
Oh, probably, but are you Dr. Fishbone?
Dr. Fishbone.
She's
Mind
only called
you-
Dr. Fishbone.
My
This makes me
bones
feel real
are far
confused.
more they're not nearly as brittle as that of fish. Also, most fish bones, I mean, aren't they cartilage? So no, I'm made
I
of
like
much
that they
denser
were just
stuff.
having this whole dress is here is like Fishbone.
It's more like
aren't they
Dr.
mostly
Wishbone.
cartilage that just like just hears it from the distance.
Drez doesn't hear shit. He is worshiping
he's
Michael
been-
Jordan right now.
I tripped downstairs.
Oh no.
Ouch.
Okay.
Doesn't that mean he squishes Skitter in the process?
No, Skitter's dexterous.
Okay, good.
Also,
He got out of
Greg's
the way.
very loud.
Skitter's adapting,
Yeah. All right.
as one
so,
must do to survive around Greg.
Yeah.
All right, let's investigate.
Okay.
Bloop. Ah, that's not good at all.
Nope.
I investigate floor under face.
Captain Concussion, give us an investigation check. All right.
What?
So, in your attempts to find the floor, you find.
This bullshit.
Okay, give me a second. You find a lot of things.
That's the thing. He
All
can
right.
find things. Well, I mean, maybe he face planted into it, and that's how he found it.
He literally
You
lands in the
find-
exact spot.
You
where
find
the-
in your attempt to find the floor, you find 100 gold pieces in a lockpit box somewhere in the room. You also find a book filled with fancy lettering, and it's not the floor, so you just kind of have it in your hand. And then, in your attempts to find the floor, you kind of Kool-Aid Man your way through a wall, finding a secret.
Oh, goody! Floor had many surprises.
And then you find the floor. It's comfortable. Surprisingly. It's like a nice wooden floor.
This
Also,
basement's like an Escher painting.
I guess all of you guys should also note, not shown here because I couldn't really fit it, / kind of forgot to. There's actually, the staircase keeps going down. There's like a staircase underneath the staircase.
This must be the way
Understood,
down.
Captain.
Well, can I check out the lock boxes?
Okay, sure. You find another small bag.
And what's inside it?
Nothing.
Can I also insert items into it?
Yep. It's a bag of holding.
It's another bag of holding. Well, do either of you want a bag of holding to hold your 2,500 coins? Because that way I will not have to bank for you anymore. No takers? Greg?
Is he dead?
He's out cold. He's having a
Oh
napsy.
no.
He's having a napsy.
Okay. Well, I will take out his 2,500 gold coins.
What happens when you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding?
I will
You're going to loot me?
I will transfer them. Well, no, you gave your coins to me, right?
You're a highway robber. Oh yeah, I did do that.
Right. So I take out his 2,500 coins. I insert them into the new bag of holding and gently wrap it around his belt.
Okay.
Well, I tie a secure knot. Yeah, that's better.
So the other things you find two things.
These
There
are really
is-
nice shoes.
It's a spearhead, but no spear. It's just kind of a short, like, hand-length rod.
Huh.
And a
Another one.
basket.
A basket.
The first one worked out so good for us.
And is there anything special about this basket?
You roll a perception check?
Okay, perception, please.
Not
I've been
that
having
you can
terrible
tell?
rolls.
it's a closed top basket. Like, it's not an empty basket.
Oh.
It's like a container basket. Sorry.
Okay, well, I will gingerly lift the lid,
Okay.
but away from myself.
Okay.
Like right against this wall.
So, Greg, you smell cheese. It smells pretty good.
Wait, we don't know if it's poisoned. Is this cheese poison? May I distract you from your shoe admiration?
Keith, you have been roused from your Air Jordan worship with the offering of cheese.
No.
How do you respond?
Life just got worse.
I mean, it is quite aromatic cheese, but I do not know if it is aromatic because it is fresh and delightful, or if it is because it is noxious and intended to ensnare.
Oh no, it's delightful. This is some really good smelling cheese.
But we can't trust anything.
Why do we
Anything.
want it? We have like infinite rations.
Well, I mean, remember our discussions about the fire-eating cow? I mean, the fire-breathing cows?
Oh yeah, cheese is rare as shit.
Cheese
Is
Yeah.
cheese special and rare in this game? I guess.
Cows breathe fire, so it's pretty hard to milk them.
Does fire come out of udder too?
It comes out of the whole cow.
Wait, but
Oh.
If you
Then how
milk
is
a
this-
cow, it explodes. It's like
The
No,
milking
I-
process is often fatal.
no,
For the
I'm just,
farmer.
I'm just imagining like a don't keep talking and nobody explodes situation,
no,
but for
no,
cow
guys,
milking.
one mistaken aspect of fire
You
breathing
must pull
cows
the blue
is
udder.
they do not actually breathe fire. You see, it has often been speculated.
They spit out fire.
Well, no, it has been speculated that dragons utilize some kind of very flammable oil or substance when they, they sort of spray it
I
out of
just
their
want to
mouths.
go to the cow
and then they light
page
on
in
fire.
my book.
But this cow, it actually uses the methane from its, four stomachs and cud and digestive
Why would
system
you want to
to
eat
spew
methane
it at its
products?
rear end.
Keith, responding to your comment, you flip open the book and kind of flip through it, and there is an entry on cows, and all it says is it's pure bullshit. She's talking pure bullshit.
It literally says that.
What?
It's a very, very accurate.
That's the thing. The fire is
Because
the
they're
bullshit.
cows, and it's bullshit.
But of the literal variety.
Their emissions are
Madame
100% pure
Chish.
milk and bullshit.
It ignites.
Yes, bullshit ignites. Cow farts contribute to global warming.
This is truth.
And it's highly flammable.
Yes.
The entries in the book kind of disappear.
He has absorbed all knowledge of cow.
Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
We're discussing the biology of how a cow could feasibly start fires with its rear end.
All right.
Hey,
I
it
can't
has,
even process.
I like how Michelle's
I'm-
pacing
I am
around.
not gonna exhaust
She's got her
myself to scan
cheese
more
proffered, and
rations.
she's just wafting it over all of you. You guys are being assaulted by cheese smell.
I'm not going to exhaust myself to scan more rations.
It is wonderful spelling.
That's really creepy how it keeps getting expressed that way.
Good cheese. It's damn good cheese.
Why would a lizard like cheese? Or fish?
Lizards are mammal.
ah,
Lizards are mammal, therefore they like
I
dairy.
guess realistically, Keith, your character is probably a carnivore, so cheese is not as interesting to you.
I believe only Skitter and
The only two
and
of us
Greg
are
would
mammals at
really
best.
appreciate milk and cheese.
Yeah, we don't even use milk. Fish and lizards don't use milk.
Well, right, precisely. But that makes it all
Okay,
the more
yeah.
exotic.
So
Why would
so
these non-mammals care about dairy products?
That's a good point. So to the both of you, it smells gross as shit. To the other two, it smells pretty
it's like
damn good.
mold or something.
Yeah, it really is. It's like
Imagine the amount of bacteria in this.
it probably
Yeah, great.
it probably smells like
Who
canned,
wants
it's
pink
like
eye?
it's like canned farts for you guys.
Precisely, because it comes out of a cow.
Okay. Well, anyway, do you just keep pacing, napping, and Air Jordaning, or
I don't think I really have choice in terms of
Now
nip.
that I've been distracted into being aware of my surroundings, I'm going to try to look around again.
Greg? You could always lay on hands yourself.
Oh, Greg. Let's get in touch with
Oh,
Greg.
Greg, you bad boy.
Oh, no, Greg, it's not time to lay. Yes, it is. It's okay, Greg. No one will find out.
I'm going to break.
Alright, what is lay on hands? It's 1d6. It's 2d6.
Oh,
Wait,
so
no,
is he
1d6 for every 2
When I
level
think
ability.
He's laying hands
about
on
me,
himself?
I touch myself.
No. So You can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. So you can go
Oh,
up 10 HP.
I was looking at the 3.5 because I'm
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so I recover 10 health.
Yep. The other
Okay.
things you can do is you can expend 5 of those points to cure a disease or neutralize poison.
I don't want anybody else. When I think about Greg, I lay on hands.
All right. So Greg starts
never
touching
heard of
himself,
rap-
and then there's kind of
I
like a
feel
sigh,
much
and then he gets
better.
back up, looking a lot better.
Ah.
Friction-induced hit points.
Maybe you could purify this cheese while you're at it.
Why would he
What, cheese?
purify cheese?
Well, it says
You
that.
want me to bless cheese?
Yes.
Oh,
can bless the
great
cheese.
I don't. Wait, what? Purify cheese? What the hell are we talking about?
Everyone, yeah, you get 3 spells per day of purify cheese.
Yeah, we do
Okay,
not
I
know
have-
this is
What
if
are my
it's edible.
spells? I have, like, detect magic, detect evil, and stuff like that.
Okay.
I have bless, and I have, like, I don't know.
Well, you could bless the cheese.
That seems very pointless.
Well, because Drez refuses to inspect it for poison, if you bless it, that will remove all disease and poison from it.
Ritual of curdling.
It won't. Bless does not work that way.
Oh,
but
it
I think lay
doesn't?
on hands might.
Ignorant fish.
How many times can I hand it up?
You've used all of your lay on hands, probably.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
you see, I thought that he could apply this to it afterwards. No,
No.
you purified yourself.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Ew. Well, I mean, you didn't need to watch, but I guess
Greg
you like
goes
what
on
you
a tea
saw.
cleanse.
Whoop.
Okay. Guys, are we gonna go downstairs, or are you gonna keep torturing me with that cheese?
Did I find anything,
put,
by the way?
I put the cheese away. I
Okay.
will put it in the basket and then put it into the bag of holding. Can the basket fit
Puts
in the
the
bag of
cheese
holding?
in the biscuit.
Just barely. You kind of like stretch it to its utmost, and you kind of cram the basket in there.
But then
I don't-
when the
I don't
bag
like
shrinks
Buffalo
right
Bill Greg.
afterwards, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Skitter's actually gonna pipe up, seeing that you have 2 bags of holding. He's like, could I have one of those? I got a lot of daggers, and I don't really have many pockets. You see, his kind
In
of
case
rope
of
belt is
emergency,
just
he
like
can jump in his own
covered
bag.
His rope belt is just covered in like loose daggers. It looks kind of precarious.
Oh, I had already given the second bag of holding to Greg.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
But if you want to store extra daggers in it, that's fine. Unless you intend to use them as like an infinite throwing.
That was kind of the plan, yeah. I seem to do a lot better when I'm throwing things than, trying to stab. So I was gonna kind of go it that way. It's okay. We'll find another probably.
Oh.
Yeah,
now
probably.
Now I feel bad.
I
mean-
wouldn't. Okay, let's go downstairs.
Okay, so you go downstairs. Now
I
this
don't.
this is the part that
You can
I
always
didn't
store
draw.
your daggers in my bag.
So Bird, you
Whoa, slow down there.
Guys, for goodness sake.
So Greg turns around to make like a snide comment, and you guys hear a splash.
Oh no, karma!
So what happens
Son
is
of bitch!
you kind of trip and stumble, and then you fall for like a little while, and then you hit water.
That's what she said.
You're fine. You're kind of braced up against stairs, and you didn't take any damage.
His body caught up with his mind in the gutter.
There's water down there, and you're
And there's also Greg.
yes. There's a watered Greg down there.
Wait, and how did he manage to trip down?
Stupidity.
Mostly, yeah. He turned around to make innuendos, and then the staircase got him.
Innuendo.
The stairs are a mimic. Mimic stairs.
Okay.
All right. Well, if there's water, that's the perfect kind of environment for me. I'm going to go investigate.
Okay. One
We
second.
get it, you're fish. God.
Okay,
me
so
to keep
you
bringing it
descend
up.
into the darkened stairwell, and I haven't drawn this because I haven't finished designing the area. But Shell, since you can swim a little bit lower. I guess you guys are gonna just have to rely on descriptive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so you pass Greg, who's kind of floundering on the stairwell, and you're just gonna. Are you gonna swim down, or are you gonna just like kind of walk it? What are you doing?
Well, so wait. The stairwell is actually submerged in water? Like, it goes down and then there's just... It's risen to the ceiling kind of thing?
So effectively, you go down several flights of stairs, and then there's just water, and you can't. It's kind of dark and murky, so you can't really see the rest of the way down.
If Greg blessed the cheese, would it have become Swiss?
Holy cheese, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to convince him to do so.
That's not going to help us see down here.
I lost my shame long ago.
Back in name. Okay.
So there's really just a vast expanse of water?
Well, it's like the stairwell probably descended all the way down to somewhere, but it's flooded. You guys have managed to get to the water level.
Is there a screen?
No, I haven't drawn this yet.
Oh.
Well, whatever lies down here, I mean, it's gone. But is this on the same level as the previous area that we saw below?
No, you're like a good 50 feet down.
So we're even deeper than the lights.
Yeah.
Is this the bottom of the crevice?
No, you're above the lights. You've got about, 40, 50 feet before you hit where the lights were.
Huh.
Can we make anything? What
Let
can we
me-
make out down here?
That means that there has to be a way to drain this out.
What was your question, Keith?
So what can we make out again?
You can't see anything from here. It's stairs just kind of fade off into the darkness. There's no light at the bottom.
And Greg's already down there?
Greg's kind of like just chilling at where water meets staircase.
Drez, could you produce a flame? I'm going to try to see if there's a way to release the water.
Flame on.
Okay. So Keith lights a flame. And you're going to do what?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm
Drez.
going to swim down, but I'm going to make sure that I always have at least the light from the stairwell surface in my sights.
Okay, so you can see the light, though it becomes quite dim and hard to spot from a distance. But you're used to swimming in darkened oceans, so you get to the bottom. Actually, don't Tritons have like dark vision or low light vision?
For like abyssal stuff, I think. I don't, for some reason, it didn't say in the sheet that they had dark vision.
Huh, weird.
But, like, they can swim in abyssal depths and have cold resistance, among other things. So it's rather weird. You would think that if they could swim in low light,
I'm
that
gonna
they
see if I
should
can
have
pull
dark
up their
vision.
stat block. This is mostly I'm just really curious. Come on, it's not.
Because I don't
here.
remember having dark vision on the sheet, which is...
Okay, I'm gonna look at this on Volos. I'll be right back.
Bye.
All right.
So how's
so-
everyone else doing today?
Mainly, I just want to know, like.
Also, I
Do
did an
the
investigation
deep-
check in the previous room and didn't do anything.
I just want to see if the deep sea fish people really suck at seeing in deep waters, because that's hilarious.
You mostly feel it out.
Yeah.
I like how Keith attempts to say funny, and he does it in Greg voice. It is infection, yes.
Soon all will be Greg.
Yo, listen up. I'm here to tell you a story about
No.
Greg. I'm Greg, Dava Greg,
Hey, but I'm the only blue one in this
Yeah,
party.
no, your character.
and I have
You
girlfriend,
can't
and she
see
is
shit.
Greg.
You are effectively swimming blind. All you can see is the pinprick of light, and maybe like your hand in front of your face if you like
I
really
did-
put that right in front.
And I don't think lizards have vision either. They just have hold breath.
Yeah.
Well, at least I can breathe this stuff. Not
Yeah,
that it's
I cl-
probably the
it's-
freshest.
It's water.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I'm
sure
feeling,
it's
I'm
smelling
feeling
fresh.
my way down the stairwell.
Oh, interesting. In 3.5 they had dark vision, but not not in,
They should
5e.
have dark vision.
That's
You're adapting well
hilarious.
to your disability.
All right. Anyway, so
They just became a blind
What are
race.
you doing, Shell?
So I'm feeling my way down the stairwell.
Okay, so you keep feeling this. It takes
Feeling my
a
way
while.
downstairs.
But if that's your course
We're
of
good,
action,
you're good,
you
go ahead.
eventually take the stairs all the way down, and you end up in kind of a open room chamber, and there's like kind of boxes and stuff and some things, and you're not really sure what you're feeling because you can't see it. It mostly feels like wood, and that's about it. Roll an investigation check
Okay.
with severe disadvantage. Roll
How
another
do you
one.
define a disadvantage in that?
You have to roll twice. All right.
Oh.
Well, you find you find the door.
Ooh, a door.
The audio listeners, she rolled a 19 and a 20.
Yeah, that's I was not expecting that. Anyway, so you find the door and you crack the door open and you can see.
I think Juan is
So
trying
you're-
to slow us down because we're reaching the boundaries of what he made for tonight.
Well, mainly, I don't want you guys to be splitting the party apart. So even if like she insists on going this direction, I'm gonna have her disappear, and then we'll switch back to you guys, and then I'll do
Well,
a separate
so-
shell-based campaign where she gets to the aquatic area.
Well, what does opening the door do?
Well, it actually floods the room with light. So you're in
Oh.
a small entryway to a tower of sorts.
What?
Well, not a tower, but like, you know, it goes. It's a staircase that goes up, and it looks like the door was actually kind of designed to be hidden. Like this may or may not have been a smuggler's route, instead of being something.
And is the light coming from like a surface?
The light is coming from lanterns and lamps and stuff like that. You're in the slums, from what you can tell. There's a bunch of like kind of shitty looking houses and ramshackle buildings and so on and so forth. And the entirety of the area is actually well lit with kind of these blue flickering lights.
And this is above me at like some kind of surface
No.
area. Not all. It's all
All
lit
underwater. Yep.
and underwater.
Yep.
That's so weird.
Yep.
Okay. And is there anything that I can like anyone that I can see?
Roll a
around here?
perception check.
Okay, perception.
Yes, you can see a. Okay, here. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna draw it out live. All right. So you're down here at the base, and it kind of like goes off like this, following the cliff line and stuff like that. And you start seeing like lanterns going along this way, and there's like a road and maybe some buildings starting to show up here. There's like a building over here kind of obscuring things, but you can see over it because you're up high. And there's kind of like a hidden staircase. You see a dude just kind of over here.
But he's undead.
And he's just kind of hanging out. He's having he looks kind of relaxed. He's just kind of leaning against I guess he'd be like right here. He's leaning against the building, just kind of relaxing.
Okay, I will produce a silent image of the barnacled boss guy that we fought long ago, the Admiral.
Okay. So you summon the Mariner. The Mariner guy. Where?
I will summon him starting here.
Oh, okay, here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to,
You-
parade
You
around.
like using the ping, and this is the perfect opportunity. And he just drew some hyphens instead.
I accidentally clicked the wrong
Okay.
tool.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant it to be the freehand tool.
Okay. So you
And-
summon him there, and here, I'm just gonna give him to you. You now have access to Admiral. You don't know his name.
Okay. And
Admiral don't know.
I send Well, actually, I accompany Admiral.
Oh,
Don't know.
okay.
Except, yeah.
All right. So Admiral Don't Know is just gonna walk side by side with you, and are you just gonna walk past the zombie?
Well, actually, can I use like ventriloquism as part of my performance?
Okay.
Well, hello! I am Zombie Murderer.
Oops. Yeah, I didn't intend to flip my character like that. Okay. I'm going to performance, please. I'm going to sound, sort of gruff and swarmy, and I will say, hello there.
Hello. You kind of just hear. Well, I guess since you're adept at hearing things underwater, you can hear him bright as day. But yeah, his jaw kind of like pops open and close, kind of as though he were speaking, but he doesn't have lips or a tongue. But he looks very confused as to why there's a dead admiral-looking dude and a fish lady.
Do I have to roll the ventriloquism again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since you're not using a spell, you are.
Please, performance, please. It's a little bit low. What is the situation down here, sir?
He looks at you and he's like, I'm not stupid.
That's not a good thing to hear.
What does she like? Does the imaginary image poof out of existence?
He's not exactly feeling your illusion.
Okay.
Doom.
Okay, fine. I dissolve the illusion, and I apologize. I am sorry for deception. It's just I've been running into quite a number of your folk that have gone mad from some kind of terrible disease, and they've been attacking people wantonly. And
yes, they do that when they leave the lit district.
The lit district?
He points at the blue lights.
Oh. So
Huh.
while you are down here, you're able to keep your sanity.
Yes, Vivi made sure that even in, well, death, he kind of gestures at his like half rotting body. We'd at least have some comforts, and sanity was the first of which. Unfortunately, rotting is not exactly her priority.
Oh, well, I am sorry for that, and I am sorry to have used my illusion. I just, we've been attacked by so many. Is there any way to speak with Vivi? We come from the warehouse district, and we've discovered that the druids were behind all of this.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop us for a second.
Okay.
Shall we split this up? Because
Actually, we're getting kind of close to the end of the
Okay.
session, so we
Okay.
I might.
Okay.
no,
I
this
don't
is-
mind letting Shell kind of finish
This was
things
fine.
out
Okay,
for
so
a
this is
little
going to be the prelude for the Shell episode in a couple of days.
I don't need like a show
well, you're
episode.
you're asking to go see Vivi, so
I'm not asking
you're
to
gonna
see
go
Vivi
see
myself.
Vivi.
I was going to ask him if there was a way to see her, or at least like have
Because
her
he
come.
jerks a thumb over his shoulder and he's like, well, I mean, she's not exactly hiding.
She's capable of living underwater?
She's dead too, you dunce.
Oh.
Have you never heard of Vivi the Lich?
I only heard an account of her from the Drow, and all they said that she was a necromancer. I assume that she was still alive, not a lich or something else.
Ah, she's been dead for as long as Zagnoth's been here. Nice lady, though. Very pleasant.
Oh.
Terrible taste in beverages.
And do the lanterns pertain to her as well? If she
Yes.
were to come...
These are all handmade and expressly designed for our current state of affairs.
So even she can't exist without them.
Oh, she's fine. She's just doing it for us. She loved Zagnoth. Loves. Is it Zagnoth anymore? I don't know. He's kind
Let
of
me
like
check
just
my
ruminating
notes.
to himself. I'm zoomed out from Shell's character, and there's like it's her eyelashes, but like being really zoomed out from her kind of makes it look like her character's drunk, and she's like weaving back and forth. Looks great. Anyway, so he's kind of waiting for you to anything.
Well, I would like to have a council with Vivi regarding the druids and to see what can be done to aid the citizens of the city. There are so many fleeing for their lives, and if we could find a way to rebuild or right the wrongs, or maybe even avenge you and the deaths of so many others, if we could find a way to...
Look, I was a baker. This is a bit beyond me, but sure, fine, I can take you to Vivi. That's no problem at all.
Well, I hope it wouldn't inconvenience her, but my friends are unlike me. They cannot breathe underwater for long periods of time.
Yes, I can.
Well, okay.
You got about 15 minutes before you gotta get some air, Keith.
Yeah, that wouldn't be
How long was
enough.
she swimming for again?
I mean, for you guys, Shell's been down there for about 10, 20 minutes. Maybe longer. As far as you guys know, she's dead. Maybe. Or gone. You lost sight of her
Okay.
almost immediately.
Is it all right if I return
She had
to
all our money.
my friends? Well, I don't have Greg's money. Greg's money is safely in his new bag of holding.
I did not know that fish could drown.
If you could give word to Vivi that we are here and would like to aid the city, that would be excellent. I just need to return to my friends to relay them that she is in fact here. We were told of her from a bunch of grateful Drow, and they had suggested that we seek her counsel.
Well, sure, that's a bit of an odd request. I'm not exactly used to the living, yet. But, yeah, sure. I've never actually spoken with Vivi before, so this is a bit of a dream come true. She's been very good to us. I will just be right back. And he sprints off. He's like super excited. He's like skipping.
Okay.
You might have found your very first Necromancer fanboy.
Okay.
And he disappears down the blue lit street. You actually see some other zombies and skeletons and so on and so forth. And they're all kind of eyeing you, mostly with curiosity. They look fairly friendly and also probably like just slum people. They're not exactly wearing good clothing, even, and despite the degradation, it's pretty obvious that they're wearing like rags.
I think to myself, how ironic that it was these people that Vivi had spared, while, all the people that dwelled above are shambling monstrosities. Perhaps in death, these people will have a better life than they had prior? Question mark? I don't know. I'm not used to human caste systems. You see, we Tritons, we are all bound together by our quest to defeat the Leviathans of the deep, and are all seen as equals. It's... Yeah.
Who is she talking to?
Okay, so
I'm
switching
talking to myself.
like 20 minutes
She's writing
back,
her codex entry about herself.
20 minutes back, switching to Drez, Greg, and Skitter. So you guys are bored, and you're waiting around. And,
I've been sitting on this chest where I suddenly have the thought, like, oh, this hasn't been opened.
Oh yeah.
Greg has been regaling them with stories about
Greg
great
raided that
things.
while you were in the midst of your Air Jordaning. That's where he found the book that he didn't care to read, that he still has in his hands. And
I open the chest
also-
and I just sigh.
it's empty. There's a little Greg was here, left on a torn piece of paper. Anyway, so you guys are waiting quite a while, and it's kind of boring. Gonna try anything
So
else?
anyway, yeah, do you want to hear a story about my cousins? They were master millers. They built a little bridge leading out of town. That bridge is still in use,
Master Miller.
No,
Why did you know you were in
not
this
quite
game?
so. They were more like very good at turning.
Okay,
flour
so
into bread.
Drez has gone upstairs, and Skitter's joined him.
No, friend. What do you? Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna put Shell over here and Greg over here for the time being. So, Drez and Skitter. Skitter is now realizing that maybe the Drez way is the best way, considering everybody else is loopy.
Hey.
So he's following you around.
Fuck him.
Shots fired because he throws projectiles.
Mainly, he just did not seem very interested in Cousin's story. So you guys are upstairs. Are you gonna do anything?
He probably thinks that Skitter's a cousin by now. Well, there's one house
yeah,
I haven't
maybe.
checked out yet.
Okay.
This seems like an incredibly bad idea. Let's check it out.
Which one? Where are you
With
going?
just Skitter accompanying
Okay.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
So you and Skitter are
It'll
going
become
to
3 separate adventures. I'll meet up with Wander on Tuesday, and Bert will meet up with them on Wednesday, and we'll have different recordings.
But it was my
Oh,
intention
Jesus.
to have the baker bring Vivi to us. Because you guys can't possibly survive down there.
So, unlike the other ones, this one's actually fairly easy to get across. If you want to jump, or if you want to do anything else, like it's only a 5-foot gap.
I'm gonna pick up Skitter and jump.
Okay. Roll athletics
Where's there
or
we are.
acrobatics. I
There
take
we are.
both.
I don't think.
All right.
Oh, athletics is a thing, I guess. Whoops.
So what happens is,
oh.
as you totally fumble the jump, Skitter. Okay. Roll another one.
Whoa!
I mean, if they plop into the water, I
Acrobatics.
can help them out.
All right. So
Oh my God.
you just barely managed to avoid falling
It's
to
a
your
5-foot jump. How hard could it be?
hard enough that a 10 was the DC. So you managed to save yourselves from the horrible fate from below.
Where'd the 10 come from?
I just wing it. Jumping over 5-foot gaps can be scary, especially if you're holding a mildly unwilling goblin in
Child.
your arms. But so you both managed to grab the lip and climb out, and you're on the other side. But there's a moment where you think maybe I should leave the goblin to deal with it on his own, and Skitter kind of mirrors that. In fact, that's what Skitter says.
Nope, saved your life.
Okay.
Going in.
Wow. Skitter really backed the wrong conceptual horse pretty quick, didn't he?
He is. Yep. All right. So.
Turns out Greg way is best way. Who knew? Greg
Yeah.
knew.
All right.
Greg Way might be dead way soon.
So, the
No, it
the
can't
warehouse
be another boring warehouse.
the warehouse is
It looks like there's a desk, though.
completely it's completely fine actually. It looks like it's pretty well maintained and actually rather nice. There's a desk at one end, and you find a bunch of like random trade goods on it. All
I
right.
have the most useless investigation checks today.
Skitter,
It's a legit problem.
Okay, so as you search through, you don't find shit, but Skitter comes out and he's just got like an armful of gold. He's like, there's a lot of gold over here. Like a lot of gold. Maybe not as much as I guess Flesh Render had, but I mean it's a lot. Especially on my wages.
What are we seeing?
It's about 600 gold just sitting in like a bucket effectively.
Well, all right, let's split it and never tell anyone about it.
Yes. 100%. Okay, you pocket your purloined gold, and apart from that, there's not much. You do find a ledger of sorts, as well.
All right, let's snap into the Heath bar.
Okay, so you're checking out the ledger.
Yep.
The ledger outlines just why there's all this gold. So the warehouse owner had received quite the hefty sum to transport in and distribute a ton of food for the upcoming festival, and he was handing it out early and just saying like, give this away for free. The reclaimers are coming back and everybody should celebrate. And it's like outlining where different foods should go because different groups like different things. and you notice very specifically that a extra sizable, extra expensive section was sent to the Holy District, the area where the clerics and the temples
Where
are
they
and
keep
stuff
cheese.
like that. Yeah, actually, there was a fair amount of rare sounding cheeses that cow farts on the list, and they were all sent to the Holy District. And that, they had paid handsomely and, had been pretty unconcerned about the details as long as, things were delivered on time.
Well, they said give it away for free. Mission accomplished.
But they
So
were
they did.
giving it away for
Okay,
free because
so
it
you
was
step
important
outside.
people.
And you see...
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
What
this
the
thing
hell?
kind of just like like
the mask
pushes
of the
way out.
phantasm.
It's a little bit bigger than that. So it's a giant
Jesus.
walking bush, effectively. It's got legs, it's got arms, but I'm not drawing that shit. But it comes crawling out of the Lake District.
monster manual time.
As it goes this way, it goes over
Chandler? I
here,
guess?
and it
Oh.
disappears behind the
I
warehouse.
used my Pokedex.
Okay, you pull out your Pokedex, and it's blank.
Well, shit.
Doesn't have an entry for it. I guess technically what it does have is a drawing, and then the rest of the page is just like, buh?
It's still question marks all over
Yeah,
it.
it's blank. There's nothing yet.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it. You know what it looks like. Awesome. The journal is down with that.
Now you must catch it.
Now you must catch it.
I need to catch it to figure out its elemental weakness.
Yes. And then
So
I
now
guess
it's
you
ju-
also...
and then, so it just disappeared?
Yeah, you also see like a couple of these guys kind of go running past too.
What the hell?
It is babies.
Just to take a stab at it, knowledge nature?
Okay.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
you know exactly. Okay, so actually, your journal, as you realize, you feel that same mental pull. You know more about this than the journal does, and so this
Take
is
that journal.
This is a verdant horror. It's it's
Just got schooled, book.
yeah. The book the book
says, "Aw, snap."
Sure, why not?
It's-
It's very tied to your psyche, so it does in fact say "aw snap," and
High five,
writing-
brain.
the writing is decidedly apologetic and maybe a little bit sheepish. But it describes the thing as a variant, kind of a more magical version of a treant that is more natural construct than actual living creature, and was used as
Like
a
a
war
golem.
machine back when druids kind of participated in battles and so on and so forth. So
Well,
yeah,
that
it's
sounds like a
effectively
good time to stop
it's a big old
on
wood
that
golem
cliffhanger.
that just came crawling out. And you also notice that the entrance to the Lake District is like leafy and covered in vines and stuff. Well, the foliage thickens, so our party is split up. Shell is down in the slums, finally figuring out what those lights are, and finding out that there is a small civilization of undead living beneath the flooded, well, I guess in the flooded district. Keith and Skitter have gone off on their own, found a decent chunk of money, and also an extremely, extremely dangerous creature roaming the district that they are trying to make it out of. And Greg is still stuck in the basement of the warehouse, telling stories of cousins to people who aren't there. Well, I guess will they get back together? Will Shell make it back to the group in time? Or will they have to face the verdant horror alone? Find out next time on Dungeons & Dragons: Grave of Man.